She asked more questions. Then she said, "I see what the problem is." One of Mansfield's co-conspirators hovered close. "Do you?" "Can you repair it?" asked the patient. "What do you think?" "I think you are wasting my time." "Really?" He smirked. "How so?" Something ominous glittered in her midnight eyes. Griff almost felt sorry for the tadpole. The boy was too thick to realize he was outmatched. "There was nothing wrong with you," she said. Confusion filled Mansfield's face. Was? Taking a firm hold of the whelp's forearm, she wrenched his wrist backward with a sudden, forceful jerk. "But now there is." The pup shrieked and yanked his wrist away. "Oh, what the devil did you do?" "Your wrist is dislocated." She stood and reached for her cloak, swinging it around her shoulders with the air of a conquering general. "What did you do that for?" asked Mansfield's horrified friend. "He wasn't really hurt before you showed up." "I abandoned a patient in need to attend to Mr. Mansfield," she said. "I do not appreciate having my time wasted." "Good Lord!" Mansfield moaned, cradling his wrist, his crimson face twisted in pain. "She's a witch!" "Wait!" Ginger Hair implored, raising his panicked voice to be heard over his whimpering friend. "You cannot leave Mansfield in this condition. Look at him. He is in terrible pain." She brushed a cursory gaze over the flushed man hunching over his injured appendage. "If Mr. Mansfield wishes to have his wrist repaired, he may come and see me this afternoon." Without another word or a backward glance, she departed in long, unladylike strides. The gleaming pale sapphire pendant swinging from the chain around her neck glittered, catching the light like a falling star. Griff's gaze caught on the necklace. A sharp pain stabbed his chest. He almost slipped off the coffeehouse bench. He hadn't noted the pendant at first, but seeing that oval stone again catapulted him back 14 years to the worst night of his life. He knew that jewel, intimately. The bonesetter was wearing the necklace ripped from his mother's neck, the evening of her murder. Elliot Townsend, the Duke of Huntington, frowned. "Are you sure your mother was wearing the necklace?" He paused. "On the evening in question?" "Absolutely." Griff was still shaken. He'd come directly from the coffeehouse to Hunt's palatial home on St. James Place in Mayfair. The Duke was Griff's closest friend. Truth be told, he was Griff's only true friend. Everyone else was just an acquaintance. Only Hunt was steadfast in his support at Harrow after the murders. Even now, Griff mostly kept to himself. He rarely came to London. Mingling with the ton was deuced awkward when half of society believed he'd murdered his parents. The necklace was taken that night. Mother wore it practically every day. Griff tried to keep his hand from trembling as he accepted a glass from Hunt. "But that's not the maddest part." Hunt settled in an upholstered chair opposite his friend. "What's crazier than your mother's necklace turning up 14 years after her death? This." Griff withdrew a gold signet ring from his pocket and presented it on the palm of his hand for Hunt's inspection. The cool metal felt fire-hot against his skin. "What's that?" "My mother's ring." He stared at the ornately carved band and wondered who'd twisted it off the finger of a dead woman. She was wearing it that night. It was also taken. Hunt's brows shot up. "Where did you get it?" "The ring was delivered to Ashby Manor several weeks ago. Of course, I wasn't there." Griff hadn't returned to the scene of the murder since the day his parents' corpses were sealed in the family vault. It arrived by mail, wrapped in a parcel addressed to me. Just the ring. No note. Nothing. Hunt edged forward to examine the circular band. "Where was it sent from?" "A post office off Red Lion Square. That's why I'm in London. I went to the post office hoping to learn who sent it, but no one there remembered anything." "That's quite the coincidence." "My thoughts exactly." Trying to settle his nerves, Griff took a large gulp of whiskey. The liquid produced a satisfying burn down his throat and into his chest. "After 14 years, someone in the vicinity of Red Lion Square sends me my mother's ring, and then today, in the same neighborhood, I see a woman wearing mother's necklace. I suppose you intend to find the woman. I already have." He shifted, trying to make his injured...